Hello out there. Welcome to my channel where we make the practice of quantity surveying easy. Thank you for staying tuned. My names are Kanis Andutan. In this episode, we are going to be measuring electrical works. Uh, we are going to be measuring electrical works. The first thing we do when a design is given to us is we first of all appreciate the design. As you can see on my screen, I have four different sketches because it is a twin duplex. You have the ground floor, you have the first floor for lighting, first floor, and you have ground floor lighting. You have the next two is for power, ground floor, and first floor. Then you have your legend. So after appreciating your design, as you can see in this design, it is being indicated how the cables are running. Like here you can see you have cables looped from one socket to another, while you have one cable that is coming from the DB. As you can see, this is the only cable that is coming to the deep from the DB. After landing to this point, you now loop to the next switch, a next socket, then to the next socket, and to the last socket. So it is like that in the kitchen as well. The cable is coming to this double socket switch, a double socket, 13 amps double sockets, then to the next one, then to the last one before. So you have the minus that regarding the socket, they are looped. But for the AC, water heater, and the cooker unit, they are coming directly. Each of the AC, each of the water heater is coming directly from the DB because of the load, the power consumption, each of those ACs uh, requires is, so they are not looped from one AC point to another. But as regarding the lighting and the power, which is the socket, they are looped from one point to another. And there are two ways that this cables can be looped. Either it can go under the screening or above the ceiling or run along the walls. Why it is somehow not advisable, even though if you are the careful type, it's not advisable it goes underneath the screening, should in case there is blockage. It means that if the ties is already laid, you have to chase the ties, then chase the screening, correct the where you have the blockage, where either the pipe have been compressed or something by concrete has gone into the pipe. You have to chase it, then correct it. Put this in mind. Just paint the scenario. Let's say uh, the tiles you have used is out of stock in the market. The brand of that tiles is no longer in existence. Two things you're going to do is either you're going to now replace that location with a different tiles, which will eventually deface the aesthetic of the room, or if it is a living room, or you change the entire tiles in that room, in that location, which is going to cost more money. So when you see people either go through the ceiling, which is in the initial stage, it consumes more cable because you can imagine you are looping from uh, one socket to the next, and the two sockets are opposite each. They are the opposite wall, meaning that you're going to go say the opposite wall is it's far apart by 3 meters. So from this socket, you're going to go 2.5. Say the wall is a 3 meter, because the socket is sometimes placed at a 450 above the finished floor level, or a 500. You're going to go a 2.5 up to the ceiling. You are now going to now run a 3 meter to the next wall. Then you now drop it down to another 2.5. But if it is on the ground, on the screening, what you're going to run is a 500 to the floor, with a 500 a 550 to the bottom of the screening, then a 3 meter, then a 500 to the next socket. So you can see that you have a 2 meter, a 4 meter differential from the cable that you are using when running underneath the screening. So these are all you want to run across the wall, which across the wall you're going to go, if the socket is at the middle of a room that is a 3 meter. If it's at the middle, you're going to run a 1.5 to the next wall. Then you run throughout the stretch of that wall. Then you now come another 1.5 to meet the next one. So whichever way you go, the one underneath the screening is more shorter. But the only challenge is if there is blockage and the tiles have been laid and all of that. So having said this, we will now go to our like I did said, we are going to take this information, prepare a simple table before we now for our measurement. As you can see, all of these informations you see here, they are the various type of fittings that the legend has provided. Then along this side, it is the location of the switches or sockets you want to extract. That is why I have listed on the ground floor. I have the car porch, I have the ante room, the main lounge, the dining, the kitchen, pantry, and the balcony terrace. Then the stair hall, then the guest room. So you see, I have separated the lighting fittings, the switches, and the socket and the distribution boxes. So the beauty of this spreadsheet is, as soon as you've been able to take time to prepare the spreadsheet, it will be used for subsequent measurement. The only thing you needed to do is you modify the various fittings on the spreadsheet if they are not existing in the new the new drawings you have to measure. You just modify it, it becomes a new brand, whatever. As you can see, I have, say like now I'm measuring a twin duplex. There's no point measuring the next duplex because they are similar. They are similar. So what I do, I measure one ground floor, then multiply it by 2. Measure one first floor, multiply it by 2. So now I have the ground floor. Once I collate the I collate the quantity for 1 unit, the next rule is to multiply the quantity for 1 unit by 2. Meaning if I have 2 of these lighting fittings here, I multiply by 2, it gives me 4. Meaning that I have taken care of the next the twin unit. So then I have this rule where I take care of the external lighting fittings. So having said this, you can see that the table is easy to prepare. They are just drawn lines with you creating this. Then you now some vertically up to capture the quantities that you impute in all of these cells. So now after preparing this table, so we'll now go to each of this. Now we want to measure the carport. So we'll go to the carport lighting. We'll go to the carport ground floor. We have 4 lighting fittings here. And what kind of lighting fittings is it? The lighting fitting is recessed, surface, and ceiling mounted, and it is 4. It is 4. Do we have a switch? We have the switch here. The switch is inside the ante room. So instead of me taking the switch here, when I get to the ante room, I am going to take the switch in the ante room. So now I have 4 of this type, and I have 1 of this, which is a screw neck lighting fittings. So I go to I click to my car porch, I move, I have where is the screw neck, which I have 1. Then I go to my ceiling and where is it? Recessed ceiling and wall down cylindrical, which I have 4. Then there is no, we don't have, I will now go to our power to see what we have. The beauty of this method is you're going through, if you want to take, if you are treating the car porch, you treat it all through up to the switches, the socket, you know that you are done with it. You're not coming back to say you want to come and measure the socket separately. So we'll go to the power section of the ground floor to see if we have there are no sockets. There are no sockets here. So now we are now going to the ante room. We'll go to the ante room. I have 1 screw neck. I have 1 screw neck. I have 1 gang, 1 way, 1 gang. Then I have a dimmer switch here, 1. Then I have 2 screw neck fittings because I'm treating the toilet alongside the ante room. So I have 2 screw neck, 1, 2. Then I have 2 one-way switch, 1, 2, and a 1 dimmer. So I quickly go to my table. I go to my ante room. I have a screw neck. I have 2. Then I go to my switches. I have 2. Sorry, I have 2. I have 2. Then I go to my dimmer. I have 1. So I go to my dimmer. I have 1. Then I now go to my power. I go to my power for the ante room. My power for the ante room, I have 113 amps only. 113 amps only. So I go to the power. I have 113 amps. Then we go to our living room. Go to our living room. I have this the surface lighting fitting. I have 4. I have 2 decorative wall bracket. I have 1 chandelier. So we quickly do the lighting then so that I don't get confused. We'll come back for the switches. Okay, we can take the switches. We have we have dimmer. I have 1 dimmer. I have 2. I have 3. So I have 1 chandelier, 2 wall bracket, and 4 of this. So we go quickly the main lounge. Main lounge, I have a decorative wall bracket. I have 2. I have I have 4 of these. Then I have a chandelier, suspended chandelier 1. I have chandelier 1. Then I have my dimmer. I have 3 of it. I have 3. Then let's go to our power. Power now is living room. I have double 13 amps double 1. I have a single 1. I have AC 2 AC. Then I have I have 1 single. I have 2 single 13 amps and 1 double and 2 AC. Then let's look at the legend to tell us what it is. This is 13 amps inverter. I have 2. So I quickly come to power. I have two of single. I have one of double. I have 13 amps inverter two. I have two AC. Two AC. I have one TV. Then we go back to our drawings again. Mind us, if you have the hard copy of this drawing, it will be more faster than what I am doing because I'm navigating from one soft copy to another. So, but if you have the hard copy and you're looking at it, to be more faster. So this is just for the purpose of teaching us or illustrating my what I have in mind. So we go back to the the living room. We've taken the dimmers. We have the inverter two. We have 13 amps we have taken. So now we go back to the lighting in dining. Dining, I have one wall bracket. I have the wall and the ceiling surface lighting fittings, and I have a mini chandelier. Then I have one wall bracket, and I have one single. This one is controlling these four lights. That's one way, one gang. Then why the dimmer is controlling one of these and the wall brackets. Is controlling one of these and the wall bracket. So you have one dimmer, one single, one this and one wall bracket, and four of the lighting fitting. So we go back to our dining. Dining now. I have one wall decorative wall bracket. I have four of these lighting fittings. I have a mini chandelier, one. Then the lighting, one gang, one. Then the dimmer, I have one. Then we quickly go to power. Go to our power. Our power, we have I have 13 amps single two, one AC, and inverter, 13 amps inverter two. Then I have one AC. So I go back here. I have two of single. I have an inverter two. Then I have one AC. Then what else? Then we go back to, okay, I don't have TV. Then now we are in the kitchen. In the kitchen, I have okay, let's start from the lighting fittings. Lighting fittings in the kitchen. I have one 600 by 600 lighting fittings. Then I have I have a single one way, one gang, two ways, because I have two switches connecting this lighting fitting, meaning that it is two ways. You can control it from this angle and you can control it from this angle. But another observation is either you throw the questions to the designer, because you can see you have two screw neck lighting fittings here, one at the terrace, one at the pantry, but there is no switch controlling it. You see that this switch is going to be converted to three gang, where you have one of the gang controlling the external light at the terrace and one at the pantry. So if you want to use your discretion, is now you're going to now you provide a three gang here that will take care of this rather than taking one gang. Then you, by so doing, you have under either measure, which is by in turn going to affect your execution, your costs during execution. You're going to lose money trying to solve this. So now I'm going to take a three gang here that is going to take care of this. I'm taking one screw neck and one 4x4, and I'm going to take one single and one three gang here. So I go to here, the kitchen now. I have, go to my lighting. which I have the 600, which is one. Then I go to I have one gang. No, sorry, I have one gang two ways. Then I take my one gang, three gang two ways, one. Then we go to our power. To my power, uh, I have 13 amps double, one, two, three. Then I have a water heater. I have a water heater here. So, and I have a cooker unit. So I have three of 13 amps. I have double three. Then I have water heater one. I have cooker unit one. Then what else? No. Then we are done with that. Then we now go to my pantry. I have one screw neck fitting. Where is the one screw neck fitting? One screw neck fitting. I have one. Then the balcony, I have one because I have taken the three gang that will now control these two lighting fittings I've provided now. So then we go back to our drawing and see, we go to our lighting. Go to our lighting fittings. I'm done with the pantry. I am now at the stair hall. I have two screw neck. I have two screw neck. I have one gang. Have another gang. So I have two one gang. I have one gang controlling this. I have one gang controlling here. I have two screw neck and two one gang one way. So at the stair hall, I have two screw neck. Where is it? Sorry. I have two screw neck. Then I have one gag one way two. Do I have let's go to the power. Power now, since we are not treating fire alarm, so that we don't have any business with this. What we needed to check now is we have the DB, we have the cycle, that is the breaker. Then I have the main panel. So I now go to the stair hall power. So I have 1 dB, 1 dB. I have one of the breaker. Then I have the MV panel, one main panel. So then lastly, we're going to look at the we have the guest. The guest room, I have one wall bracket. I have two wall brackets. I have one screw neck. Okay, I am going to take with the bedroom. The bathroom, I have two screw neck. I have then two wall bracket. Then I have one dimmer and one single one-way switch one controlling this light, while the dimmer is controlling the two wall bracket. Then I have two one-way switch and one dimmer. So we go to our guest room. We start from the lighting fittings. Lighting fittings, I have decorative wall bracket two. I have two screw neck two. Then I go to my lighting fittings. I have two single. Then to my dimmer, I have one. Then we go to our power. Power, I have one double, I have two single. Then inside the bedroom, I have one single. So we have three 13 amp single and one double. Then I have the TV and I have the inverter one, and I have one AC. So two, one, no, three, one, 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 one. So we go for we have I have three, one, one is water heater one, AC one, then TV one, then what else? So as you can see, like I did said, that if you have the hard copy and you're extracting it to be more faster, I'm done with the ground floor. Uh, I'll stop at the ground floor so that the video will be as short as possible. It is the same exercise I'm going to do on the first floor. Then after which the the quantity will be accumulated to this cell. Then because it is a 2 unit, this unit will now multiply, it will now give you whatever quantity. Then this can as well be linked to your already bill, uh, the empty bill. You can link this to your empty bill as you're imputing this, the quantities are already going to the to the uh, to the bill. Uh, Lastly, before I put a stop to the video, like I did said, for the cable measurement, I had already illustrated the various ways you can interlink. This is the, like I did said, the only cable that comes from the DB, whichever place the DB is located. Let's say this is where the DB is located now. So this cable is coming to this DB, supplying light to this socket. Then from this socket, you are now linking to the next socket. The AC is coming all the way to this. So it is either you now scaling diagonally from this AC fitting to the DB, then the drop. The drop, if your AC is at 2.5, then after taking this stretch up to this place, you drop your cable. So it will now be the length of the cable from here all through to this DB plus the one dropping to the outlet. Then the cable is from this DB to this, dropped by 2.5. Then if you are looping via the screening, you loop to this, then loop to this. If you are looping if you are looping through the ceiling, it first comes to this, then it now comes out of this again up to the ceiling, then goes across the building to across the room to this one, then come out of this again, go across across the building to the dining, the first one in the dining. Then this you can link via the wall. You can chisel this wall all through to link this. You don't need to come from this again to the wall. And if you say you want to go through the wall, you chisel all through this. You go through this way, punch through the block, then go through this. So whichever way you want to go, then aggregate all of the cables that you've been able to measure from this drawing, then divide it by the number of points. It will now give you, maybe it's a 7 meter that it will give you averagely for each of the lighting points. Sorry, for each of the sockets. Then you now calculate a 7 meter by 3, because there are 3 cables, 7 meter by 3 cable. Then the pipe as well, the length of the pipe, the length of the cable is as good as the same, is the same with the pipes and all of that. You divide the pipes to would be a 7, if it is a 7 meter averagely, 7 meter of the pipe, what it will give you, 7 meter of 3 cables, what it will give you. Then the knockout box, you've added it to it, then the bushes and all of that, you add that, you have your unit rate, which subsequently we are going to build up a comprehensive rate for such kind of item in future. So please, if this drawing have been able to, if this video have been able to share more light on how fast you can best measure uh, uh, electrical work, please comment, like my page, and above all, share. And if you've not subscribed to my channel, please do. There are amazing body of works that will brighten your or shaping your knowledge on quantity in practice, starting from how you price preliminaries and different kind of rate builders, which I have done. There are videos for it. Then easy ways of using Excel to take off for civil works and finishing and all of that you can see on my page. Thank you for watching. See you next. We are going to deal with the plumbing aspect in subsequent video. Thank you. Bye for now.